Tonight, for the first time in American history, the House of Representatives voting to remove its Speaker. Kevin McCarthy booted from his position after a rebellion by a mere handful of far-right members of his own Republican Party.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Heading into the vote, McCarthy putting on a brave face.
Need a hole. Make a hole. Make a hole.
What brought him to this point? A revolt of a small handful of right-wing rebels, furious that McCarthy cut a last-minute bipartisan deal with House Democrats and 125 House Republicans to prevent a government shutdown.
At the end of the day, keeping government open and paying our troops was the right decision. I stand by that decision. And at the end of the day, if I have to lose my job over it, so be it.
McCarthy's speakership defined from the start by the axe hanging over his head. With a thin Republican majority, he made concession after concession to win the support of that small right-wing faction. One of those concessions, agreeing that a single lawmaker could call a vote to remove the Speaker. Today, Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida did just that.
Kevin McCarthy is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and he has failed to take a stand where it matters. So if he won't, I will.
With so few Republican votes to spare, I asked McCarthy whether he was counting on support from Democrats to bail him out. Do you need their help to remain in leadership?
No, if five Republicans go with Democrats, then I'm out. So it's whether.
Likely.
Probably so.
He was right. Democrats made it clear they would not come to McCarthy's rescue.
We encourage our Republican colleagues who claim to be more traditional to break from the extremists. In the chaos, in the dysfunction, in the extremism.
It left the vast majority of Republicans, those squarely behind McCarthy, infuriated and frustrated with Gaetz and his few allies.
They're willing to plunge this body into chaos and this country into uncertainty for reasons that only they really understand. I certainly don't. Think long and hard before you plunge us into chaos.
But it was not enough to save Kevin McCarthy. 8 Republicans joining Democrats to vote him out. Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries declaring it is now the responsibility of GOP members to end the House Republican civil war.
Another chaotic day in Washington. Let's get right to Rachel Scott. She's live up on the Hill again tonight. So, Rachel, Kevin McCarthy says he has no plans to step aside. Of course, the question, will he run again? So what happens next here? And until there's another speaker, essentially the work of the House is halted, not to mention another government shutdown now looming, possible all over again.
David, we are in uncharted territory. Republican Congressman Patrick McHenry, a top ally to McCarthy, will now serve as the temporary Speaker of the House until a new one is selected. But it's unclear how long that will take or what impact this will have on the House carrying out its official business. Tonight, Republicans plan to meet behind closed doors to figure out what comes next.